Hello everyone! Today we're going to discuss what happens when you, as an independent truck dispatcher, don't get paid by your client. So, we are being asked, what can I do if my client doesn't pay me? We will answer this question toward the end of this video. First, let's talk about what you can do to prevent this situation. First of all, the rate of default by your clients will depend on the method of payment you choose to collect your fees. For example, if you decide to collect your fees with a virtual terminal, as discussed in our other video, which I'm going to link below, then you will immediately know if payment went through and if you are being paid for the job you've done or not. Alternatively, if you're sending out a digital invoice, you should know if you're being paid fairly quickly as well. For example, if you provided your service during the week and then on Friday you emailed your digital invoice to your client and by Monday you're still not paid, well, there might be a problem. You may want to reach out to your client, and if you're not getting a satisfactory answer, you can just stop dispatching this particular client. Yes, you might be missing out on $200–300 that this particular client owes you for the week of work you have done, but it is not a significant enough amount to cause some sort of a permanent damage to your business. If you would like to eliminate risk of non-payment even further, you may consider offering some sort of prepaid plans to your clients. For example, at AlphaX, we're offering a prepaid flat fee plan for dispatching. This way, we're providing a discounted rate to our clients, but in exchange, we are collecting the fee upfront. We're collecting a fee on Monday, and then we can book as many loads as client would like for a particular truck during the week. So we are providing them with the discount, so they benefit, and we are receiving our payment up front, so there is no risk of us not being paid for the work we've done. In our experience, issue of non-payments by clients is not really a big issue. Okay, I can remember a few instances when this happened, but it is not something that happens on a regular basis. But if it happens to you, then there are a couple of things you can do to deal with it. Number one, if you are collecting your fees with a virtual terminal, you can just keep on charging your client's card periodically until payment goes through. This happened to me personally. We had a client who defaulted and kind of fell off the face of the earth. And by running his card a couple of weeks later, the payment went through. And that was it. That was the end of the relationship, but we at the end got paid for the work we have done. Also, if your client lives in the same state as you do, you could file a claim in a small claims court. However, if your client is out of state, then it might be just too expensive to pursue the amount you are trying to collect. And last but not least, you can always try to sell your unpaid invoice to a collection agency. You will not receive the full dollar amount, but at least you may get something. Now, in order to do that, you need to make sure that everything is properly documented. For example, you want to make sure that you have a signed dispatch service agreement with your client. If you don't, well, you're out of luck. If you are not sure what dispatch service agreement is, we have another video discussing that, which I will also link below. But to recap, in this agreement, you and your client outline how, what kind of services you will be providing and how you will be paid for those services. So if you have booked loads for your client and per your agreement, your client owes you, let's say, a percentage of the loads you have booked, then they technically agreed to pay you this amount. So, copy of this agreement will be important. You will probably need some rate confirmations for the loads you've booked. You will probably need the invoice, which again didn't get paid, or some evidence that payments didn't go through and they couldn't collect money from your client. You'll have to put it all together in order to sell this unpaid invoice to a collection agency. So, to summarize, how you collect your fees will affect your risk factors, but overall it is usually not a big problem for dispatchers, and you should not be overly concerned about it. And if it does happen, there are certain steps you can take in order to recover your payment. And with all that being said, we are going to wrap up this video, and I will see you next time.